really see too much in video games nowadays. Because a lot of the voice acting, like, yeah, sure, there's some good people, that don't really do voice acting much anymore, or at least not as passionate. But the people who did the voice acting for these two games, and Defiance too, which is the third one in this sequel or the trilogy, I should say. Yeah, well, franchise, because there is Blood Omen 2, but it doesn't really follow along in the whole narrative of things. Not as so much as like the first Legacy of Kain, which is Blood Omen 1. Then Soul Reaver 1 came out, then Blood Omen 2 came out, then shortly after Soul Reaver 2 came out, and then you had Defiance, which came out a couple, like 2, 3, 4 years later. And that was sadly the end of the series. I really hope they would have made another game by now, because there's still a lot left of the story to be explored. Since they kind of like left Defiance open on a sort of cliffhanger type deal. But this game here, for most of you who probably already know the story, though I guess so there could be some who haven't seen the story, don't even know what the heck this game is. This game is you play as Raziel, which originally he was a vampire in a clan. He was the firstborn of Cain's disciples, children, if you prefer that term. Um, and there's several other ones, like 9 total. And, yeah, I think it was 9 total. I could be wrong about the actual number, but there were several brothers. They were all born together. Used to be from a different religion, I'll say, with not so much spoilery stuff here. I'll try not to be as much, but I'm just trying to like paint a vague, blurry picture of like kind of like a backstory. So you had the Cain. He he was a he was a noble. He ended up getting murdered on his nightly outing to the bar. Comes out the bar, he gets assassinated. Come to find out that these people were hired by other people to murder him, and the reason why he's still quote unquote alive, undead if you will, is because my camera fell there for a minute. Sorry about that. Is because he Martinus, one of the like bigger people of the circle, which is the kind of like this over like oh man, there's so much to go through. But anyway, I don't want to spoil too much. But Cain basically gets resurrected by Mortanius to become a vampire. And throughout the first game of Blood Omen, you're going through and destroying and killing off these uh, people that were assigned by birth to be to rule in these certain domains that were kind of that all had to do with the pillars and restoring, killing them, returning their tokens, restore the pillars. You go through the whole thing, and there's so much about Blood Omen 2 I could go over, but I want to keep it brief because I don't want to say too much. I could literally spend hours talking about Blood Omen itself. Honestly, there's just so much there. Um, but in fast forward, you as Cain, you kill off all the other people, and at the very end, you're basically left with a choice. You either have to basically sacrifice yourself, or you don't sacrifice yourself as Cain. Uh, and this game here, Soul Reaver 1, kind of picks up several generations. Like, I think what could have been like 500 to 1,000 years, I think, after this choice was made. And basically, Cain is more or less the ruler of the world, in at least the vampiric world. And he had made his sons out of, you know, dead people or whatever, a, a certain kind of people. And this is kind of where the game will take off. You obviously play as Raziel in this game, and yeah, so that's basically the best, as little spoiler I could talk about. I will say that, like, again, the voice acting, the dialogue, very phenomenal work. It's awesome. I highly recommend you play these two games, and Defiance too, if you ever feel cozy enough. Whee! Anyway, let's begin, shall we? I'm gonna start a new game here. Sorry about that. Oh, I don't know what came over me. Ooh. Oh, I think someone must have been thinking about me because I sneezed really hard there. Uh, yeah. So let's go ahead and start a new game, and here we go. Even the
Kain
cinematics
is
today, they
deified.
hold up pretty well.
The
Just
clans tell
thematically.
tales of him. Few know the truth.
There
He
he
was
is,
mortal once,
Kain himself.
as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and
I
my
think they even
brethren.
fixed up the
I am
cinematics too,
Raziel,
because they look a little cleaner.
firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire.
Look at that Soul Reaper, such a cool
I
one.
have served him a millennium.
Kain looks
Over
so,
time, we became
so
less
badass. I
human
love
and
it.
more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift.
As you can see, each vampire has their own
Some
little
years after the
crest,
Master,
which they use
our
as their cape,
evolution would follow,
or cloak rather.
until I had the honor of surpassing my lord.
Very bad mistake. Never surpass your lord. Or this might happen. I really feel bad for Raziel.
For my
Just knowing what I
transgression,
do, playing
I
everything,
earned a
is
new kind of
Raziel
reward.
gets done so bad.
Agony.
Oh, just straight broke his wings. Had it, jealous. Crazy. Oh, look at that. That actually looks really good. You can actually see the shadows
There
and
was only
everything. That's
one
crazy.
possible outcome. My eternal damnation.
They really did clean up these cinematics.
I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the lake of the dead.
The abyss.
Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire,
Oh man,
I plunged into the depths of the abyss.
I couldn't even imagine.
Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and
Oh,
my
a whole
torment
eternity.
receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
There he is, Raziel as we know him. I always thought it was weird how it looks like he had like two spines going up in like a non-perpendicular way.
I know you, Raziel. You
See,
are
look,
worthy.
it looks like he has two
What madness is this?
spines.
What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies.
Yeah. Balance is a
Redeem
huge game, a huge
Or if you
thing in this
prefer,
game.
avenge
Not just in meaning,
yourself.
but in everything.
Settle your dispute with Kain.
weird.
Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again.
Let the
Use
wheel
your
of fate
hatred to
churn
read
again.
their souls. I can make it possible.
Oh.
Become my soul reaver. My angel of death.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute to kind of remember the controls here. Okay, that's my map button. Crouch button. Super jump. Whee! Floaty floats. Attack. My aim button. Yeah, I guess I think this might be my lock on here. There's one way to actually tell. Because maybe I have to actually have someone to target before I can actually see. Oh, okay. So one cool thing about this game, the remastered version, is that it actually allows you to use the old graphics. Let's see if I can find the button. One of these buttons does it. I swear. There it is. Oh, there we go. There it is. There's the original graphics. It's the right thumbstick, by the way. You have to push it in. But yeah, look at that. That is PS1 graphics. Even these look a little cleaned up. Not as blocky looking. But I think we'll go with yeah, let's go with the more detailed, updated graphics. Even though I kind of do want to play it originally, how I remember playing it. But I'm not gonna lie. This looks a lot better. Okay. Anyway, let's go and do things. I have no what time I started. I'll just keep going until I see a time. Oh, okay. I got a time. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I got all the time in the world. Well, at least until the morning when I go back to work. Doesn't really matter.
These gates twist space, laying a path across great spans.
The dialogue here, I love the it's like Shakespearean light. Kind of gives like you know, like I said, Shakespearean light. It's just no one really talks like this anymore, and I just love it. Like even games that try to go into the you know, go back in fantasy times, even they don't have dialogue like this game does, which is kind of weird. I think that was like one of the big things about like I would say for me that I think that was kind of one of the little reasons, one of the like reasons why like the games like Dragon Age Veilguard failed was because the dialogue just didn't really match the aesthetic or thematic visual of the game. Like if you're going to be in, you know, old school fantasy, at least try to, in my opinion at least try to have that kind of same tone, which this game and all the games in this series does exceptionally well. Like the way they talk, I just believe that is how they would actually talk if I were to meet up with them. which is amazing. Even like even some of like the movements and stuff in this game, they've like, it looks like they've patched up. Like it feels a lot smoother than it did.
Feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed.
Oh,
Your
no.
bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls.
Devourer of souls.
To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
You know, not gonna lie, having to like suck up the soul rather than just drink blood seems a lot more metal. I do kind of wish they would have made the souls look a little bit more like Soulsy, rather than just like keep the puffy green ball look. It looks a lot better because if you look, here you go. See, look, it looks a little bit better, but it's just pretty much just balls of light. Yep, there it is.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
Chasm. Man, the Elder God, he's something, alright.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Stua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Yeah, we don't need to fight. Screw you guys, I'm out of here. Oh, oh man. Oh, game says screw you, you gotta fight. Okay. Alright. Okay, there we go. There's my lock on. You can do like a little turn back, dodge back, dodge side, you can charge forward. Yeah, you get like a light attack. Yeah, there's one of them. Where are you? Why are you running away? Get back here. Yeah. Alright. And barrier's gone. Now we can continue. Wait a minute, that is the right way to go, right? Yeah, I'll just assume so. I think it is. Imagine if I end up going backwards. How silly would that be?
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this place.
Or at least that's what it looks like to me.
You may abandon your physical body at any time.
Because, like, as you can see, in the old school, it doesn't really have that. You can tell it's like one spine, but then bloop. So weird. Anyway, this is one of the core mechanics of the game, and kind of what really set it, gave it its, its infamous playstyle. So, because you are dead and you are a Soul Reaver, you have the ability to go into what is called the spiritual realm, which is what I'm in now, and then they got the physical realm. And that's what these little portals are here for. So you hit your little button. Nope, wrong button. Which one is it? Oh. Nope. Oh, okay. It is this button. Okay, so find the keypad and watch. Now, back in the old days, when it was on PS1, it had obviously not as a good it was a good console, but like the technology wasn't really there for this kind of gameplay. So it kind of did like a weird like slowdown thing. But I don't know if it'll still do it in this game or not. But it was like kind of like it had like a slow shifting thing when he would go from the material realm into the physical into the material. And I'm gonna see what happens here, because it'll still should shift, I would imagine. Let's see. Yes. Oh wow, that's a lot faster. But yeah.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
So yeah, as you saw how everything shifted, the way they did it on the PS1 because of the hardware constraints, it went slower and made it more ethereal and more like spooky, if you will. There it was just kind of off-putting because it was way too fast.
You are young yet, Raziel. You still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Yeah, okay. So, don't worry about going into the water, it won't kill you. It'll just rip your physical form right and clean out your spiritual form. Yeah, very nice. Wow, look at the door difference. So much nicer. Which? No, okay. Definitely right.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
I love this game so much.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Look at the tongue.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
Jump time!
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
So another cool thing about the combat system, like they just pinpointed, there's various things you can do, like stick them on there, you throw them in the sunlight, throw them in the water, and they'll die. Otherwise, they'll just go stunned a little bit, like that. Oh, right into the water. Oh no. These guys are little run guys, so they don't really do much. Just gotta make sure you keep the button held down. Throw them right in. Boom.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
And then you can also spike. I also really love the way that after you take their soul, they just turn to ash like that. It's so cool. I don't understand why that one didn't. Oh well. And our first
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
Our first puzzle. Very simple. Not too bad. Push. So yeah, you can push, or you can push it forward, or any direction, or you can just hold it in and then drag it. It goes the same speed no matter what. I just feel like pushing it seems a little faster. Though not by much. And even then, it might not even be faster. It just looks faster. Oh yeah. So you can grab these. You can grab stuff too, like weapons and things. Look at that. Now I got a torch. You got finishing moves and stuff. So every weapon has like some kind of finisher.
The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
Centuries. So yeah, it's like 500 to 1,000 years, I would
with
say.
cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
It can't hold. So like I said, you'll hear a lot of the theme about balance a lot. It's such an integral part. It's everywhere. But there is a good reason for it. A very good reason. So what's cool about this, you can also throw things. And while they're not, since you're so far away, they don't technically see me. I'm not their line of sight. But I can aim at them, but I can go like this. I didn't throw it high enough. But more importantly, everything has a finishing move, so finisher move. Yeah. Now, oh yeah, there's fire, so I don't know if I can do it on the braziers. I never tried to actually use the braziers. Can I? Okay, no. So, the braziers are too high. So, you can go over here and just be like, bloop, and looky. Anyway, let's try this one more time. Boom. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. Ah! See, this is actually a weapon too, even though it looks like it's part of decoration. Rip that thing right off. And now we have a spear. Well, kind of, I guess. I guess it's like a... And then finisher. Suck it up. And you just pick the plane back up. And we are back in business. Oh, that looks good. I like that. I don't think they even... Hold on, let's see. Yeah, okay, they did. Yeah, it just looks so much better. Same thing. A little bit of an invisible wall there. I can't help that. Look at that sick dodge. Sick dodge. You're dead now. And then, that's so cool. I love that effect. That even happens in the original version too. So cool. So cool. I love it. But yeah, yeah, if this is something you want to keep seeing me play, be sure to like send a comment. You know, let me know. I thoroughly love this game though. This franchise as a whole. I'm more than happy to play through it in the entire series. But you just gotta let me know. Doing the whole comment, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. But you already know this. Everyone says it all the time. I guess I'm saying it now too. But I really do appreciate those that have already subscribed. I really want to, you know, get up there. For someone as small as I am, my big hopeful dream right now, or dream goal, I should say. Yeah, my dream goal. The big dream goal that's going to give me the big cheese wheel that I need in my life is 1,000 subs. And with what little I have now, even though I do appreciate it, I love that everyone that those who have subscribed. For me to like be able to like do this full time, you know, I need the subs, and I would be eternally grateful. Like so grateful that I would share my cheese vault with you guys, with my cheese puffs. Well, you know, one step at a time. I'm already seeing this as, you know, dreams of grandeur for me to get 1,000 subs. I just don't necessarily see it happening, but you know, I'm always hopeful, and I would love it. I would love to be able to do something like this, you know, full time, do streams full time. Because I'll be honest, I've worked for a long time at a regular, normal job, and doing something like this is something I always wanted to do. I just never had the ability to do it, and up until now, anyway. So much stuff happens and has happened in my life, and for like the last like 20 years, it's crazy. But that's not really that important at this point. But you know what is important? Playing this game. It's super important. I love it. I just love games in general. And I love playing them for you guys. I just hope that I am at least entertaining enough to stick and want to see more. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. In comparison to the old looking game, it just looks so good. Can't get over how good of a job they did. Like you can even see it in the background here. You can actually see stuff in the background. Wow. So good.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss, my tomb, and the womb of my rebirth.
The tomb and the womb.
Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
And, since these games are old back in the day, you know the one thing they don't really have that most modern games do now? And I'll be honest. It's a good thing, in a way. They don't have a little thing called, or a little concept called, yellow paint. Oh, I said the bad word, I said the bad phrase, no one wants to say yellow paint, but yeah, this game does not have that. It actually kind of lets you know where to go through the dialogue itself. And just to picture how it frames over this way and how he's talking about his own clan, obviously, you know, that's where you want to go. Especially since if you look over here, like, I could probably jump that, but obviously the game wants you to go this way, so that is where I'm going. Here, I'm going to have to hop up and jump over. Perfect. Oh, in case of those of you who are wondering, you can still throw it even in while in combat like that, but because they're aware of your presence, they simply will not pierce through, unless you use it as a finisher. Then you can, like, if they're stunned, you can do it. Bad guys. The music's so good too. Sometimes the hitboxes are really weird, hand to hand. Ah! Burn, baby, burn. Okay, it's open.
Proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Man, I love everything about this game. Well, the franchise as a whole. I keep saying game, but every time I say that, I'm collectively thinking of Legacy of Kain as a whole. What's cool is you don't have to. I never noticed that thing there before. I don't know if that's a. Looks like a movable object. Hey, fixed up right off the floor. Just to be funny, you can grab this. Smack. Pick it up. I don't know why this had to throw it there. That was kind of weird. Not what I was intending to do. Pick that back up. Alright, wait for it. Yeah, I can't do this. There's all these different rooms like this that just serve as like fast travel points. Okay. Well, we have arrived at, or nearly arrived at Raziel's domain, clan domain, I would say. I'm super excited to play more. But for now, we're gonna end it here. Good place to start. Stop, I should say. Thank you again for being here with me to experience a game to re-experience a game. Experience or re-experience, depending on your situation. But for me, this brings back so much good nostalgic feelings that I kind of want to keep playing. And I hope you want to keep watching. But with that, like I said, please, comment, subscribe, like the video. And this mouse, we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.